The 5 myths in real estate in 2021. Hi everybody, it's Mike Bryant with eXp Realty, and this video is about 5 common misconceptions about real estate in 2021. Before I get into the content, I just want to encourage you to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you'll get notified whenever I post a new video about real estate. So let's get straight into this. Myth number 1 says it's better to get pre-approved after I find the house I want to buy. That is a common misconception that we do still hear from time to time, although it's less common than it used to be. A lot of first-time buyers or people who have not gone through the process before don't quite understand that we really need to have your financing already lined up before we start looking for homes because of how quickly the market is moving. Also, sellers are generally not going to entertain any type of an offer without the financing pre-approval letter already being in place. I have some related videos that I'll post into a link above that also explain the differences between a pre-approval letter and a pre-qualification letter, which is an important distinction. Myth number 2, always start with your lowest price when buying a home. This is a very common position that buyers take, and really for most of the real estate market's history, that's been sort of the default position. And it makes a lot of sense because you always want to kind of start, see how low you can get a deal and see how willing the seller is to go, down closer to a lower price. But in today's market, that just doesn't work because there's so much competition for the homes that are available. So generally we have to discard that position for the time being and always be thinking in terms of what's the most you're willing to pay for this home, and go ahead and offer that so that you can win the bids, assuming that you're going to be in a multiple offer situation. Myth number 3, it's better to price your home on the high side when you're selling. This is a seller mindset that used to be kind of typical and made a lot of sense in the normal marketplace, but we're not in a normal marketplace today. Today, it's better to price it right and to price it at about where you think the appraisal value would be, maybe a little bit less than that, and that way you're going to get the maximum number of interested buyers. You're going to get a lot of people that are interested in bidding on the home, especially if the home shows particularly well and doesn't have any major flaws or any big problems with it. You're going to get a lot of bidders, and when you get a lot of bidders, that price is going to go up to a level that you'll probably be pretty happy with if you're a seller. So that seems to be the better strategy today than to try to, shoot really high and then hope that the buying public is willing to come up and meet you there. Myth number 4, renovating your home will definitely net you more money. Well, that is definitely not the case. I think a lot of studies have been done that home renovations typically do not pay for themselves. Now, obviously, if you have a house that is a complete disaster and you can bring it up to being move-in ready, depending on the dynamics of the home and what price level it's in, that could work. But by and large, most renovations do not really pay for themselves dollar for dollar if you're doing the renovating just for the purposes of selling. So if it's a light cosmetic fix, maybe you're going to change a couple of light fixtures, maybe paint a room, something like that. Those things are fine because they don't cost a whole lot of money. But if you're going to do a complete bathroom remodel, floor to ceiling, and replace everything in it, the money that you're going to spend to do that probably is not going to come out on the other side of the sale. So a lot of studies have been done on this. The best advice that I generally have is if the house is clean and functional and there isn't anything, functionally wrong with it, then I would go with it the way it is, as strong as the buyer marketplace is right now. Myth number 5, it's okay to skip the home inspection if the house looks good. This is really a bad position to take when you're a buyer. We never recommend that buyers waive their inspection rights. There is an appeal right now with how difficult it is for buyers to win these bids, a lot of buyers are very tempted to waive their inspection contingency and just say, hey, I'm going to take the house as is, here's the offer, and they're going to try to win the bid that way. That's okay. There is an addendum that we use in Kansas City called an in its present condition addendum, and we can mark on there that while we're going to do inspections, we are not going to ask the seller to make any repairs. That's a little nuance that you want to be careful of, that you don't actually give up your inspection rights, because you definitely do want to inspect the home, get into the attic and make sure the roof is walked, and the areas that you can't really easily see visually with your eyes, you want to be able to get a qualified home inspector to look at all those things. And then you have a complete picture of what you're buying. I hope this has been helpful. There are many different mindsets that have had to shift over the last couple of years with how strong the market is, and it's important that you stay up to speed on what are the best strategies. If you're looking to buy in 2021, what are the best strategies and how do I best position myself in order to win one of these bids, which is obviously everybody's goal. And many more people are losing the bids than are winning the bids right now. So it's kind of a numbers game from that standpoint. But I hope this has been helpful. Look forward to you tuning in on our next video, and I wish everyone a great day. Take care.